Alright, hello. Alright, a lot going on today. So, I'm not hitting play yet on the Octatrack. I'm going to first clock the Octatrack using this out here. So, this 1/4" 6 out is going to a chord monologue sync in. So you have this little 1/4" to 1/8" cable here going to the sync in, and then the monologue is clocking the Octatrack. So that means that the clock of the Pulsar is clocking the Octatrack, essentially. So as I turn up the tempo of the Octatrack, or I already messed up, as I turn up the tempo of the Pulsar, the Octatrack goes up here. So what that means is I can do some fun stuff with the clock mod that I've been wanting to do, and I can't do it and sync at the same time. So let's see how this works. I haven't hit play yet on the Octatrack because I wanted to make sure that it was all clocked up. Let's see where we're at. And okay, so it's playing. If you make really dramatic changes to the tempo really quickly, it will cut the clock out. So I'm going to try not to do that, but the clock may cut out here or there. So I just want to make sure that we all know that. I'm going to build a simple little patch here. This is take 3. Just kind of trying to figure out how to say this in a succinct way because it's kind of convoluted. But so I'm going to hook up just a basic patch real quick so we can start messing with that. See, that's another thing. I should probably take the knobs off the tempo maybe, or put a cage around it. I was thinking I could put a little like plastic box over top of them and then have a little lid on it so you could open that up and change it here and there. So okay, got the hi-hat, got the kick. Let's do a little snare action, and cool. So I also have my lyra here. I can plug it in to this external source, external in here, and let's see. I'm just going to go directly to the mix in. Alright, actually I'm not going to go to the mix in. Change my mind. I'm going to go to B, because I have B here on the Octatrack. And that means that I can record it, sync up. Just like the last video, I just want to show how it. Cool, perfect. So basically, I want to show. Alright, so we have this going on. Now I'm going to change the tempo on the Pulsar. And I have time stretch on the Octatrack. So whatever I record into the Octatrack, let's try it one more time, okay? Just so we have a little bit of a melody sound going on there. So we can see that when I change it, the Octatrack hangs on pretty well. Does pretty well. So this one, now I have another track that can record stereo. So let's just actually, before we get into that, let me show you a little bit of. So I'm going to set the LFO. The triangle LFO is being sent out to the clock mod now. So let's see what happens when I turn that up. If the Octatrack holds on. Turn the tempo on, and right now the tempo on the Octatrack is jumping from, looks like 33 to 133 to 170 something. kind of going down and up, slowing down and speeding up, which is kind of fun to watch. And it sounds like the Octatrack is kind of time stretching and holding it pretty nicely. So let's see what happens if I bring it way up, see if we can kill the sequencer on the Octatrack. Not bad. Still have the rain going. Still got the sounds in the background, still playing. Cool. So, why would you want to do this? I don't know. Let me bring that down though. Bring it back to just a standard. There we go. And then hook this up to, so I find that if you use the same pin, so basically 16 is off limits. 16 is going to the monologue, it's off limits. If I connect anything else to that pin, it's going to cut the clock out. So I just kind of, it's a little more delicate, this style of clocking, but I could also very quickly go to MIDI, and then the Octatrack out is going directly to the Pulsar, so I can turn it around whenever I want to, but this is kind of just for fun, and I might do that at the end just to see how that switches over. But yeah, so that's basically it. I just wanted to show you how you can do that. And so now I have 8 connected to the clock mod, and if I bring that up, it speeds it up. I think it kind of gives it a little bit of a, I don't know if it gives it any kind of swing, but it definitely gives it a little bit of a change. It speeds it up for sure, and you can get that from the clock just by looking at it. The Octatrack says 170, 180. Bring it down. Now it's saying 145. I don't know. I just think so. Now I'm just gonna do what I have been doing. Do the 3-bit out through an attenuator to the bass CV. See if I can tune that up to something, and then mess with the Chaos timing. See how that works out. So I'm gonna clock the Chaos with. I'm gonna go with a 4. I'm going with something slower today. Let's see how it goes. I usually do faster stuff because I think you get more interesting stuff, and sometimes this kind of can land on a note and stay a little too long if it's too long. So I might change it up. Let's see. Oh wait, hey Sean, maybe you should give it a trigger. Maybe you should make sounds. Plug it into the noise. Going. What happens if I mess with that a little bit? Speeds up with it as well. This is just kind of me testing it out just to see like what kind of stuff happens there. And let's see if I'm gonna bring it back down slowly, because if I just disconnect it, I'm pretty sure I will blow out the sequencer on the Octatrack, and I'd have to restart it. I don't want to have to restart it. That's my goal for this whole video, is to not have to restart the Octatrack. But I know it's going to happen. But when? Alright, so I'm going to do the LFO to the clock mod again. And now that's going to affect the Chaos because the Chaos is connected to the clock. Kind of cool. So the bass is slowing down and speeding up as well. I don't know. I just think that's kind of fun. That's just something interesting to try out. Something for you to just get a little more out of it. I don't know. Not that we're running out of ideas. I feel like every day I'm just learning something new, and I'm realizing I know nothing at the same time. But you all are awesome, and I really appreciate your support and watching this, and I hope if you get just a little of something out of every video, I'm very happy. If you just get a little thing, like, oh, he plugs that into that, if it's just one thing, I'm so grateful. I'm so happy that you all are here. So yeah, let's see. I'm just going to play it out a little bit. Have a great week. Yep, thank you to Yuppie Bomb and McGuire for all the awesome chats, and like Yuppie Bomb did a cool performance. If you check their Instagram, a live performance with the Pulsar that was pretty ballsy and really good. I was really surprised. Like I don't know, I just was really surprised that you could just be there, just pounding on the Pulsar like that. And man, good job. It sounded really cool, and I was jamming out in my car. So thanks. Yeah, take care, y'all. I will talk to you very soon. Gonna jam out and probably break this thing. Let's see what happens. BPM to 157 on this screen here, so it's holding on pretty well. I don't know what the purpose of all this would be. I don't know why you'd want to do this, but it is fun. Alright, take care, y'all. Have a good week. That was kind of interesting. I hope you learned something. Ask any questions. I don't know if I can answer them. Alright, you want me to break the sequencer? I'm gonna break the sequencer real quick. There you go. See? Move too fast. Stops the Octatrack. But you can bring it back. 1, 2, 3, go. And if you don't know where the beginning is, you can probably just hit the reset button on the Pulsar. Maybe that'll bring it back around, you know? You can always just bring it back that way. I like this though. I think this is a really interesting way to work. It's kind of it's a step away from an unsynced setup. I was watching a Panic Girl video, and yeah, the way she has stuff set up, it's all unsynced, and it's kind of crazy. So it made me very nervous, but I thought in a good way, and it makes me kind of want to try that out. And yeah, not that I don't know. Not that I've hit my peak with a clock setup. I feel like there's a lot more stuff I could do, but I think this is a cool way to switch. Actually, before I go, let's switch it over to MIDI and see if I can switch it back and have no problem there. Let's see how bad this is gonna go. It's probably gonna kill the sequencer again, but let's see. I'm gonna bring the loops up real quick one more time. Alright. Let me think about this. How's this gonna go now? So, what I wanna do, I think, is switch this over just as maybe I'm switching. Well, yeah, it kills the sequencer. Alright. That's all I wanted to try. Just to see. That was silly. How can I do that without killing the sequencer? One last thing before I go. How do I do it without killing the sequencer? Maybe if I go to MIDI, and then to sync, and then to clock, turn send on. Oh, send wasn't on. That's necessary. Let's try to turn receive off just as I switch over to MIDI. Oh, I did it. Sequencer's still playing. And the Octatrack is in control. Cool. Alright, so you can do it. It's a lot of stuff to remember. If you were on stage, you probably, if I was on stage, I would probably lose my shit and forget where I was at. But anyway, hope that was educational. Take care. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome week. And ask any questions if needed. A lot of ugly stuff in there, but a lot of fun stuff too. Little rainy night last night. All right. Take care.